is live on the computer, so I have to do it via my phone. I'm sorry. I sorry. I've been trying to sort this out. It's been a pain at the moment, but I'm trying to see if I can get it sorted and fixed. So we're gonna just try and do it on my phone. Um, and yeah, so um, I first want to talk about is tonight on Raw. We have a lot of big stuff actually to talk about for Raw tonight. So the first thing that I want to talk about for Raw is there are two big, huge segments for tonight on Raw. Um, that will be opening and closing the show. There's big reports that they will be building up to the Royal Rumble from I think tonight, because they're going to build up for the Royal Rumble for the 2 months, for the next 2 months until the January. So there'll be a lot of storylines that will be made for the Royal Rumble. So we're expecting a lot of new storylines for the superstars on both Raw and SmackDown. So yeah, we've got huge opening and closing segment for tonight. Also, on WWE socials, it was reported that that the first hour of Raw will be commercial free tonight. So we are going to have a hour of commercial free for the first hour for Raw. And yes, we have had the announcements that were made yesterday, and there were rumors and reports that CM Punk will be live on WWE Raw. They obviously did tweet it out on X or whatever you want to call it. They did tweet it out on X that CM Punk will be live on Raw tonight. So I'm expecting he will be one of the segments on the show that will be either opening or closing the show. And we also got the news and the confirmed tweet on X that Randy Orton will also be on the show. So I'm expecting them two to be the two huge segments that will be opening and closing the show. We also have the women's tag team titles on the line tonight, with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green will be putting their titles on the line for a tag match tonight against Natalia and Tegan Knox. So we're expecting some good matches there. We also have a tag team turmoil match to decide the next challengers for the Undisputed Tag Team titles, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. We have, like I said earlier, we have the two huge segments that will be opening and closing the show. And I'm assuming it will be Punk and Randy Orton that will be doing either one. Also, like I said earlier as well, mentioned earlier, that the first hour of Raw will be free, commercial free. So, we get a full hour of commercial free for the show tonight on Raw. And now I just want to also say as well, on other news on WWE, like we saw on Saturday, at Survivor Series, we did see obviously the return of both Randy Orton and obviously CM Punk. Now, if you haven't seen it, there have been videos online of Seth Rollins frustrated with the return of CM Punk and did look frustrated and angry and had to be held back by Corey Graves and Michael Cole. And people were speculating whether that was like genuine or whether it was whether it was like a storyline. And from the reports that I've seen, there have been reports that that the talent were informed that CM Punk would be coming out just prior to the show or to the main event. So, and I believe that this is a storyline. I think it's a storyline, and it will be a feud between them both. And from what else I'm hearing is that they were meant to be doing the match at Mania, but apparently WWE are wanting to push to the match at the Royal Rumble. I don't know how genuine this report is, but they're saying that they want them to have the match at the Royal Rumble, since they have 2 months to build up towards the Royal Rumble, so they could have a big feud coming up towards the Royal Rumble and have the match at the Royal Rumble. And also on the other news is Drew McIntyre. People were reporting that Drew McIntyre was left the arena frustrated and upset and angry, went into the locker room, slammed the doors at the locker room and left the arena immediately. Now, apparently, people were speculating that it was because of the return of CM Punk, but there were videos online from people who were in attendance at Survivor Series who got videos that Drew McIntyre left the arena and left the arena before CM Punk came out and made his return just after the match had happened, and you could see in the video that the crew were giving him signals as well. Drew McIntyre did leave looking frustrated and upset, but we'll have more probably news on that, and we'll probably hear from Drew McIntyre maybe on Raw tonight or within the next couple of weeks. Also, other news on Drew McIntyre is that he still hasn't negotiated as of yet a new contract for the WWE. Drew McIntyre is said to have at least 5 months left on his current deal, and no negotiations have been done yet with WWE and Drew McIntyre, but we could see some process in that, and maybe a deal will happen maybe a couple of months before his current deal expires. Other news is that that no one from TKO or other staff or that from WWE knew that CM Punk was returning. The only people that knew were just I think was Triple H and Nick Khan. So nobody else knew from the talent to crew to staff knew that he was returning. CM Punk actually signed the deal, I think late in the day on the 25th of November. So I think it was on the day of Survivor Series. He had a conversation with Triple H, and I think he signed the contract and signed the deal then. The reports are he is signed a multi-year deal, so he signed for a couple years, and yeah, he's apparently meant to be in the WWE for a couple of years. So we'll see Punk for a few years, and yeah, really excited to see him back in WWE after nearly 10 years. And yeah, and we also have Randy Orton, who also returned. We'll probably hear more from him on tonight on Raw. Um, Trying to think what else there is to discuss. I think also Vince McMahon didn't have a clue that CM Punk was returning. I don't think he knew anything about it. I'm not sure what his thoughts are on the return, but apparently Vince McMahon didn't have a say or a clue that Punk was returning. The only people that knew was Triple H and Nick Khan. And I think, I'm trying to think what the other thing was that I just remembered, but I forgot. Um, but yeah, tonight it's a huge Raw. We've got two huge segments opening and closing the show, probably between Randy Orton and CM Punk. Um, we have the women's tag title match. We have the tag team turmoil, and we have loads more other matches and segments on Raw tonight. And I think that's about it. So I believe we will see what's happening with Raw tonight, and I'm excited for Punk's return, and also Randy Orton as well. So I believe that is about it for tonight. I don't think there's any other news or reports. Like I said, Drew McIntyre is still yet to negotiate a new deal with WWE. He left the arena upset and frustrated. We don't know what that's about. And yeah, also apparently no one knew about the return, not even the production crew, right? So apparently at the show, it's Survivor Series, right at the end, I'm saying literally right at the end, when the WWE logo came up and it was about to finish, it was Triple H who called for Punk's music and his logo. Triple H literally called for his music and logo to come on. So none of the production crew knew. And it was literally Triple H's call to make the call to put the music on for Punk. Punk's music on and his logo. So I don't know. They managed to pull it off. I mean, it was a big pop. I think it was a big pop for him, especially in his hometown, returning at Survivor Series. We had speculations that he was returning, and then there were reports online and rumors online on X and Twitter, X and Instagram and everything, that he wasn't turning up. I think that was just speculation so that we didn't get our hopes up if he didn't return or not. Also, they also I think they announced Randy on Raw so that they didn't have it didn't overshadow Punk's return. So I think that's the reason why they announced Randy on Raw as the 5th member of the War Games match. And yeah, I'm excited to see what's happening with Raw. Obviously, the build up to Royal Rumble now, which is going to be a big one. And yeah, I'm excited to see what's happening tonight on Raw. And the feud between Punk and Seth Rollins is going to be really good. And like I said earlier, it looks like the Punk and the frustration and upset feud with Seth Rollins is a storyline. So I don't think it's anything like. I don't think he's actually frustrated. I think it's just the work. It's just a part of the storyline. So I think that's about it. I think I'm going to leave leave it here for now. But if I get any more news or updates, I will probably make a video, and I'll probably make another video as well, just talking about what I've just talked about, so other people can see and know what's happening as well. So appreciate everyone who did, or people who did come in, listen, and also I'll probably post this up on my YouTube as well. So thank you all for coming in, and yeah, I'll update you on more news and updates on WWE, CM Punk, and more. So thank you for coming, and I will see you later.